Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a 2020 Salomon Assassin Pro Wide Snowboard. The Assassin Pro Wide is a bigger deck that's stable at high speeds, extra poppy for people with size 11 feet and larger. If you have big feet, do yourself a favor, ride a wide board so you get less heel and toe drag so you can ride more and have more fun. The Assassin Pro is a hard charging deck. It really is for all mountain freestyle use for intermediate to advanced level riders. It shares the exact same shape and stance as the classic Assassin Pro or the classic Assassin Wide, but it has some additional technology upgrades to it that make it quite a bit more stiff, stable, and poppy. Now, the directional overall shape, or the directional twin style shaping, is pretty unique because when the board's on, kind of firm snow, in between the contact points, the board's going to feel like a twin board. The stance is centered within that section. The only thing that makes it directional is that outside of the nose is upturned, the nose is slightly longer and just a little bit taller. That's basically it. So if you take this thing in the park, you hit some huge jumps, it's gonna feel like a twin deck on takeoff and of course on landing. But when you take in the snow, in deeper snow, and kind of like free riding, that bigger upturn on the nose is gonna make it float a lot better. Now this is a responsive style deck, but it still can be loose at the same time on a sturdy platform because of the rocked out camber profile shape that it features. In between the feet, there's a raised flat section that's stable at high speeds, but smooth. And then there's rocker outside of the insert packs to those contact points that gradually raise up. The unique part about those raised contact points in the rocker and the nose and tail is that they're very firm. They may have a more surfy style shape, but they're not gonna loop out and wash out when you put a lot of weight in those sections, which is really great. The feel and flex rating of the Assassin Pro Wide is actually going to be about a 7, quite a bit stiffer than your average style board, and that's because of lots of carbon that you find inside of it. There's a ghost style wood core. It's a combination of both aspen and polonium to keep it nice and lightweight, and then that core has been profiled with a term called popster. Now popster gives thicker sections underneath each foot and in between the center, or right in the center of the board, for more direct energy transfer right to your edge. But there's thinner sections within that core that have been milled out on the medial side where the bindings rest for a nice flex pattern in that section there. So if you do happen to take it on rails, it's going to more likely flex on the medial side of where your bindings rest instead of in front of your bindings that generally would cause you to kind of buckle out or tip over the top of the nose or the tail. So that's kind of cool. And then Salomon actually added in some carbon. Now there's thick carbon strips on the nose and the tail, giving that rocker section a more sturdy kind of platform. It's called the ghost carbon beams. Now they're kind of J-shaped, so they kind of radiate straight and then go right to that contact point on each corner. Now the idea behind that, of course, is to give a more firm style platform, and again, energy transfer and a stability while you're on an edge, carving in the entrance and the exit out of a turn. Now along with that is more carbon in the sidewalls. Now this is a gunslinger style sidewall. Most of the sidewall is going to be a little bit of rubber that's sandwiching a carbon style strip, and that runs basically almost the full length of the board's effective edge. And what that does is cause the board to be a little bit more damp. That rubber helps to absorb energy, and then that carbon makes it a little bit more structurally sound. But the most sturdy parts of the board in the Assassin Pro Wide are going to be found in that nose and the tail. The center of the board, even though there is carbon strips, will be a little bit more torsionally pliable, and it does feature a biax style glass at 0 and at 90 degrees. I imagine that it'd be pretty hard to manage if the Assassin Pro Wide featured a triax style glass. The base is centered. It's going to ride a lot faster than what you'll find in an extruded style base, but you need to keep it maintained throughout the season by keeping it waxed up. It's a flip-flop style base. It's die cut. You'll notice that this specific board has a black background with a green font. With the flip-flop, it's reverse, and Salomon does that keep down the manufacturing waste in the manufacturing process, which is nice. And there's a 360 wrap standard steel edge, of course, and a quadratic style side cut. It's a more blended style side cut than what you find in an EQ Rad that Salomon features in a lot of their other boards. This is a very smooth riding, fast and stable board that has lots of pop. You can take it in the park, hit some huge jumps with it. You can take it at 1,000,000 miles an hour on groomed trails. You can rip some powder with it too. It's really well rounded for anyone with big feet, size 11 and larger. This again is the 2020 Salomon Assassin Pro Wide. You can check it out right now at thehouse.com. Thanks for watching. Peace.